Probably at the darkest hour in my financial career, lost 6 houses, car had gotten repossessed. We were on the phone when the repo guy was knocking on the door, and he was telling me about coffee, and I was like, coffee? Holton, you're a genius in this industry, but coffee? But he was excited about it, and he had a proven track record of success, and so I said, okay, coffee, coffee. And then in 15 months, I said, coffee, this is nice. It's been amazing. You know, financially, we've been able to do some things that we didn't know how we were going to do, as far as just paying your everyday bills. But then also being able to buy my wife a new car and things of that nature. And now looking at the future, it just looks a whole lot brighter from where it did or where it looked at before. I'm always passing out samples. So when you think of, you know, a traditional business where you're going to need product, well, if your product is a sample-based product, then you're giving them away. So that means you're going to have to replenish what you sample. If you consume the product like now I do, I wasn't a coffee drinker to begin with, but if they pay me, I guess I should try it, right? And so you're going to need some to replace what you consume, and then people that you sample to are going to buy it. So it's like, you know, it's a cycle. You sample it out, they buy it, they consume it, now they want to know how they can make money from it. So in essence, you're not going to have a whole lot of inventory on your hands. You're actually going to reorder multiple times throughout the month, which means that this business is actually working.
One of the major differences here that I see in Organo Gold, it's a true residual income concept. You know, a lot of companies talk about residual income but really don't have residual income. For whatever reason, because the product is not a it's a garage qualified type of product. It doesn't move quite a bit, and or I should say this, that the product is all internal consumed. What we have here is a product that, you know, whether people join our opportunity or not, they still are going to drink our product, and not one time. They're going to drink it over and over and over again. And I never noticed that this one situation at 12 o'clock in the afternoon when I walked into the house of my in-laws, they were making coffee. But I said, let me just try the product on them. And I asked them if they would try the product. They made 2 cups of coffee, and they said it's the best tasting coffee they've ever had. So I knew from a customer standpoint this would be something that would work, period. But I still said no to the opportunity mentally, you know. But what happened 3 days later, there was a gas shortage in Houston, people fighting over gas, things of that nature. I decided to go with my wife to get some gas. There's no electricity in the entire shopping complex except for the gas station. There's a shopping center next to that one, across the street. There's no electricity in the entire shopping center except for one location. And that location, both had long lines, but this one had a longer line than the gas station, and it was for Starbucks. So that was clue number 2. So at that point, I decided to go back to my in-laws' house and take a look at this compensation plan. And when I really opened my mind to the possibilities, I said, this is a no-miss opportunity. I said, if I miss this opportunity, this would be the greatest financial mistake that I would make in my entire life.
I used to work in air conditioning. I used to do installation in air conditioning. In the attic, like 110, 120 the temperature. So I get up at 5 a.m. so get a lot of traffic. So I have to be like 6:30 to get the jobs. If I get late, I mean, the boss was mad. I mean, so when the traffic get me, I was so worried they will fire me. And I was making around $500 a week. So, and then I have to go to the attic and be nasty, and it was 110 at the temperature. And now not to be able to have a job, I mean, to be free, I mean, to go wherever we want to go, to eat whatever we want to eat, to spend the time with any people we want to spend. That's such a freedom that only Organo Gold can give it. This is a lifetime opportunity. This is a lifetime opportunity. Get this company when it's new and see that it will be $1 billion company. And you see the coffee market is so huge. If we are in the healthy, coffee, this is a big deal. And this is a one-time opportunity.
You know, coffee surprised me because before I got involved with this industry, I never knew what coffee was. I never drank coffee. I was told coffee makes you dunce, and I never want to become dunce, so I never drank it. And I grew up not knowing many people who really were in my family who were coffee drinkers. Outside of my family, yes, the best Blue Mountain coffee. Coffee in Jamaica is huge. When I began to study the market, I realized coffee in Jamaica is huge. Right now, coffee is a protected crop in Jamaica. And when we went to Jamaica, we had many people who said to us, you'll never be able to do coffee in Jamaica because coffee is protected in Jamaica. They've had literally hundreds of companies who tried to bring coffee in Jamaica, and all of them were turned down. Everyone. Only 2 companies have sell coffee in Jamaica or bring coffee into Jamaica.
I got to tell you, it's unbelievable, okay? And I got to understand, I ran a $10 million construction company. So we were used to making money. But the money that we make now, at least the money I make now, and I always say we because it's, me, myself, and I. But the money I make now is it's unreal. 10 months of me vehemently. I mean, I was downright arrogant and obnoxious about saying no, but I will commend my sponsor, David Imanitier, because he was tenacious. He just kept talking to me, and the more he talked, the more it made sense. It's allowed me to really upscale my lifestyle. After losing $600,000 last year, and believe me, I went through it in 2001, and it took us several years to bounce back. Okay, from the 2001 9/11. So, I mean, I didn't really bounce back until the end of 2002, almost 2003, really. And that wasn't even serious bounce back money. That was decent money. And I guess the way I like to look at it is a comparable analogy that when I bounced back in that last major downturn, what I was making on an annual basis, I'm making that a month now. Whether they want to build a huge business, make a little bit of money, the product sustains anywhere that you want to fit in. So when people love the product, you can't go.
Well, 19 months ago, I was actually living with my dad, 19 months ago, on a twin-size bed, no headboard. It was a box spring and a mattress up against the window, one pillow. It was pretty funny. I look back now, and I'm still, just as much as I'm happy today, I was happy back then because I always had goals and visions of where it is that I was going to be. I was driving a Malibu at that time. It wasn't even mine, it was my dad's. But I just knew something great was going to happen. Today, fast forward, I don't live with my dad anymore. I don't drive a Malibu. A light bulb didn't go off initially when I first heard about it. I got to be completely honest with you, I really didn't think it was going to last. For one, I wasn't a coffee drinker. So when Mr. Holtenbugs gave me a call about it, I was not open to it at all. 7 months had gone by, and I was starting to recognize that coffee is pretty big right now, and a lot of people are still drinking it, even though there was a recession, even though the economy wasn't going so well. People were still finding a way to get a cup of coffee every single morning. So I've always wanted to earn residual income, and I just thought, what better way to earn residual through a product that's been around for hundreds of years? And then combine it with network marketing. I thought that was pretty ingenious. Nobody ever stops drinking coffee, and new coffee drinkers are being born every single day. And it's an acquired habit. Nobody's born a coffee drinker, so it's something that it's going to be around. Folgers started in 1850. They still seem to be doing pretty good right now. Maxwell started before Folgers. You look at Starbucks. And so when you look at the price of our coffee, the taste of our coffee, and the fact that it's a healthy brand of coffee, I don't think you could ever run out of people wanting coffee, and you can never run out of people wanting to be healthy. Based on your expectations of how fast you want to move with this business and how much money you want to earn from day one will determine if you want to get started at the Gold Pack or not. But the reason why I believe the Gold Pack is the best way to go is because it's setting you up for success right away. With the amount of product that you get, the amount of percentages that you can earn in the dual team and in the matching bonuses, but it also sends a message out to you and the universe that, hey, listen, I am serious about this business because I came in at the highest level possible.